playing each piece like losing it hurts.
This is one of Samuel Jackson's best performances, and he wasn't even in the movie completely all the way through. He wasn't a big staple in there, but he was a major staple, I say. He wasn't a big part of the movie as far as characters, but when he showed up, he showed up. So he's the father, that's the son, for those that don't know. But I'm going to let it run. Put your listening ears on, listen to the audio, and I tried to capture some stills that gave you the emotion of what the scene was conveying as the scene was actually going. But let's go. I'm going to start it over.
You're hoarding. You're playing each piece like losing it hurts. This ain't checkers. You want my king. You got to come get my king. All these other pieces are just a means to do it. Every time you make a good run at me, I just threaten your queen and back you go. You're treating her like she's the last lady on earth. Your queen is just a pawn with a lot of fancy moves, nothing more. When you see you playing a man who feels naked without his lady, use her. Jump in there and take her. Tease her, threaten her, and he won't be able to think about his game anymore. That's when you make your real move. It's good. It's better. You like that horse, don't you? You like his crazy jumps all over the board. You think he's your friend. You hate to lose him almost as much as you hate to lose that lady. Well, he is your friend, boy. They all are. But you're going to have to use him just like you use the other. If he falls by the wayside, well, that's just life's little game, ain't it? And until you come ready to play that game, you'll never beat her at it.
Check. Check.
Check. Mate and 6. You want to suffer through it? It's the first time you ever checked me.
All right, I'm going to run it back and get a commentary. Again, a little 2 minutes, and then we're going to get ready to wrap. I am going to show y'all the chess.com, though.
You're hoarding. You're playing each piece like losing it hurts. This ain't checkers. You want my king. You got to come get my king.
Again, pointing that out. The king is the most important piece, gentlemen. Brother, you matter. I'm not just making up shit. I didn't just come up with a catchphrase just to say the shit. You matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Because sometimes that king does have to move, but that's why he can see the whole board, see what's going on, and he moves one space at a time. It's very methodical. It's for a reason. But when you're playing chess, you got to go for the king. Like the saying goes, if you come for the king, you best not miss. So you got to hold your position, be able to make those moves, be able to use the right, not just people, but skill sets around you. You have different skill sets. You might have one that's a pawn. You might have one that's a bishop. You might have, a friend that's a rook, that's on the straight and narrow. Again, we'll break down the pieces another time. But I'm just giving you what I've learned, and I'm not even that good at chess, so I can imagine how these grandmasters think and move in real fucking life. But again, the king is the most important piece on the board, and he told him he was hoarding. He kept everybody together. He didn't want to lose his pieces. It's kind of what we spoke about earlier with Derek. But let's keep on cooking. I'll stop it again.
All these other pieces are just a means to do it. Every time you make a good run at me, I just threaten your queen and back you go. You're treating her like she's the last lady on earth. Your queen is just a pawn with a lot of fancy moves, nothing more. When you see you playing a man who feels naked without his lady, use her. Jump in there and take her. Tease her, threaten her, and he won't be able to think about his game anymore. That's when you make your real move.
Again, I think we beat this into the ground tonight. I've said it. Tater said it. You just heard it in a film from Samuel. So if you don't listen to nobody else, listen to Samuel. The queen has a bunch of fancy moves. She's a fancy pawn. You got to be able to use her. She is a helpmate. This is the trouble we're running into in a lot of these relationship conversations and stuff. Use her for what you need her for. And if you have to sacrifice her, if you have to let her go, then let her go. It's that simple.
It's good. It's better. You like that horse, don't you? You like his crazy jumps all over the board. Think he's your friend. You hate to lose him almost as much as you hate to lose that lady. Well, he is your friend, boy. They all are. But you're going to have to use him just like you use the other. If he falls by the wayside, well, that's just life's little game, ain't it?
And see the way he's teaching them, he's talking about like, hey, bro, these are all your friends. Like I was telling my daughter, the older you get, I started telling her about probably about 9th, 10th grade. When you start getting closer to being grown, a lot of your friends are going to start getting pregnant. A lot of them are going to start leaving for the military. Somebody going to leave for college. Somebody going to be stuck right there in fucking Alabama not doing shit. What group do you want to set yourself aside from and be in? They're your friends, but if they're not helping you achieve your goal, then you're going to have to just let them go or start using them a certain way. I didn't realize I was teaching her chess at the time because I didn't know how to play. But again, just having some foresight, forethought, having just been a teenager and lived. We know that's the cycle. Somebody going off to the military, somebody doing this, whatever the next step going into adulthood is. So I was telling her that just the same way Samuel's telling Fresh. All these guys are your friends. You got to know when to use them and when to lose them. Somebody's going to separate from you. You got to be able to separate from them. Because guess what? If it comes down to you being sacrificed for them, they get your ass up in a heartbeat. Let's keep on going.
Till you come ready to play that game, you'll never beat her ass.
Check. Check.
You see the confidence, the seriousness on this young lion's face. He knew he had him. He done had him in check. Listen what happens next.
Check. Mate in 6.
Check. Mate in 6. He made a move. He checked Fresh's king, Samuel's character. Checked Fresh's king. And then he told him, I'm going to checkmate you in 6 more moves. That's what it means for those who don't know chess lingo. Mate in 6 means I already saw that I got 6 moves and you getting ready to lose. And that's when he asked him, do you want to suffer through that?
You want to suffer through it?
When you resign in chess, you lay down the king. So that's the snippet, the little part that I took right there. When he asked him, hey, mate in 6, you want to suffer through it? Like you really want to go through this agony? Because I'm finna give it to you. And that's the difference between listening to your OGs as well. This was just a great fucking scene, so simple, but yet so profound.
First time you ever checked?
Look at the pride on Samuel's face as his boy's father.